folks.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to another Travels of Red Rover.
I'm Corinne.
And I'm Shawn.
And where are we today, Shawn?
We're in a place called Garry Beach on the kind of northern eastern side of the Isle of Lewis in Scotland.
Yes, and it is a drizzly, cloudy day, but out here in Scotland, you can never predict what weather you're going to get, so you'd best take advantage of the opportunities you have.
So we're, instead of bemoaning the fact that it's gray and it's flat and it's wet.
Is Shawn groaning?
I'm not going to whine about the fact that it's gray and wet and cloudy. So we're going to come out here. We're out this beautiful beach. It's an absolutely gorgeous beach. And we'll show you some just general footage of the beach here in a minute. We decided to come out and actually use the really lighter colored sand against the nice wavy ocean to take some nice black and white photographs. So theoretically it should be a lot of fun because there's just absolutely sensational compositions out here for black and white.
And we don't have much competition.
Yes, and we got the beach all to ourselves. The one thing about a crappy day is that you tend to have the beach all to yourself, and we've got it all to ourselves.
So let's get started and see what we can find here.
Absolutely. So right now I'm trying to do this rock, and I've chosen actually to film it in black and white, or to photograph it in black and white, trying to keep this to be a very, very simple shot. All I'm working on is trying to get the rock, its reflection in the water, using the bleakness in the background with the white waves to give some contrast and relief to the rock, so I have a fairly contrasty type of photograph this morning. Actually, it's not this morning, it's actually this evening. The other thing I've got going here, I've got it ISO 100, I got a shutter speed about half a second. I'm shooting at f/22. Not that I really need to use the f/22, I'm just shooting on aperture priority and using the f/22 to give me a longer shutter speed. And that's about it. Nothing very complicated about it.
So we're here at the beach at high tide, and for the most part, this large pinnacle rock that's here is just at the edge of the tide line. But every once in a while, the tide comes up a little higher and wets down the beach on my side of the rock, which allows me to capture a really lovely reflection of the rock in the wet sand. So that's what I've been working on. I've got my camera set in manual, and I'm using f11 because I don't need a lot of depth of field, and ISO 200 with a shutter speed of 1/40th of a second. And as a look at the back of my camera, how I've set it up. Generally the pinnacle's on the upper half, and that allows me to get more of the reflection of the pinnacle down in the sand once it gets wet. And here we have a nice wave starting to come in, wet down our sand here. Hopefully it doesn't hit our tripods, because that makes the tripod sink. And we'll get that just as the wet water recedes and we get the best reflection.
On wet days like today, sometimes it's really worth keeping an eye out for some very wet rocks, because often the striations and the coloration of the rocks really jumps with the wet weather. And indeed, that's what Corinne and I are shooting right now, just shooting what I would describe as wallpaper. And it's a very simple shot. You try to get your camera pretty flat on, and you try to set it up for something that looks like that, where you've got a little bit of motion or apparent motion in the photograph from the rock sweeping from the top to the bottom. There's a little bit of relief here. The rock in front is a little closer to me than the rocks in the background, which I think adds to the photograph. Anyway, something like this can be a lot of fun. Again, it's a pretty simple shot. Shooting at ISO 100, f11, and on aperture priority, so I'm getting about a second of shutter speed under the current conditions. So Corinne and I have come to a third composition, which is this little bit of a stream that's been carved out of the sandbank. What's lovely in it is it's got these large chunks of sand in the actual stream itself. They give the stream quite a bit of relief and give it a bit more three-dimensional look than it might otherwise have. Right now I'm just trying to compose the picture so that I've got the stream running down through the big S curve and then out into the ocean. Really trying to capture really nothing else other than, again, the stream sort of moving from the my top right down to my bottom left and then back out to the right. So really, again, another simple shot. I'm shooting this in both black and white and in color. I'm not sure which I like better. The sand has a kind of a beautiful brownish color, but it's got quite a few footprints in it, so that may show up more in the color than in the black and white.
So I found this really interesting rule of thirds type composition here in portrait orientation. I have a nice mound of grass in the lower third. Then the middle third is the sandy beach, kind of a pale coral white color. And then back in the background there's the light blue of the sea blending right there into the sky. And that's a nice combination of colors. They blend together well, and the three layers are really quite interesting to the viewer. So looking out here, there you can see my grass mound there. Further out, you can see the color of the beach, some black, some beigey coral looking, and then the sea out in the distance.
Corinne and I are trying to photograph this little bridge here. The challenge is trying to get separation of the bridge from the background so that it actually stands out a little bit. It's pretty dark right now, so everything's starting to fade into the background. The river's nice and black. It's a very tannic color, actually, although in the stream here it really looks very black. And just getting the right angle on the bridge has really been tough. If we manage to get any photographs, you'll see them right now. We tried a variety of other shots as well. Sometimes just trying to get the whiter guanoed rocks, white rocks on the black rocks against the ocean background was potentially an interesting shot. Again, trying this in black and white, and Corinne's trying a number of other shots. Not sure we're going to get anything, but if we do, we'll show them now. Well, Corinne, what did you think of our wet afternoon?
Well, it wasn't too rainy, just kind of a light mist. And there were so many great compositions, I just didn't notice the rain.
Yeah, it was amazing how many compositions there were, especially when you can take into account that you didn't have to worry about a background at all. It was just faded gray, so really kind of amazing number of compositions. Well, folks, I think it's time to bring this video to an end. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up.
And if you'd like to see more of our videos, we sure hope you will consider subscribing and sharing with your friends.
And as always, if you want to know when we release videos, hit that little bell button down below.
And we love your comments and thoughts, so if you have anything to share with us, please put it in the comment section down below and we'll respond as soon as possible.
And don't forget to stay tuned to the next video, because we'll be having some more videos from beautiful wet Scotland. And until next time, bye for now.
Bye for now.